Going to the grocery store used to be a pretty mundane task, but now, in the middle of a coronavirus pandemic, it's turned into a pretty nerve-wracking ordeal. So I've compiled a guide to grocery shopping during the COVID-19 pandemic. There are steps you can take to protect yourself and others before you even get to the grocery store. The first thing you should do is you should consider whether you even need to go shopping. We've been told to stay at home as much as possible, and this means limiting your trips to the grocery store. So if you only need a few things, try to make do with what you have, and plan a big shopping trip for later. You should also consider whether delivery of groceries may be an option instead. According to North Carolina State University, delivery is a good option because it helps reduce the number of people going to grocery stores and touching things, and also helps with social distancing. You should try and maintain a distance of at least 6 feet between yourself and others. If you do go shopping, you should try and go alone, which reduces the number of people going to grocery stores, as well as your family's overall exposure to the virus. Most importantly, do not go shopping if you have symptoms of COVID-19, such as fever, cough, or shortness of breath. It's very important to stay home if you have these symptoms so that you limit the spread of the virus. When you're at the store, you should sanitize your hands frequently, including before you enter the store and after you leave. It's also recommended that people wear cloth face coverings when they go out in public, and that's mainly to prevent the spread of COVID-19 from people who are infected but don't yet show symptoms. It's also important to try to only touch what you buy. So that means don't pick up multiple items in the grocery store and put them back down again. You should really try and limit what you're touching. And as always, when you get home from the store, you should wash your hands, particularly if you've been handling food packaging or bags. It's also a good idea to rinse produce before you eat it, but there's no need to use soap. I spoke with Benjamin Chapman, a food safety specialist and professor at North Carolina State University, and he told me that soap is for hands, not for food. Finally, if you use reusable grocery bags, you should wash them after a trip to the grocery store, either by putting them in the laundry or using soap or other disinfectants. These are steps that will hopefully protect you and others at the grocery store.